All right, family. We live once again with the general. You already know we got that fire commentary analysis on what's going on overseas right now in the Persian Gulf, the Strait of Hormuz, the United States, and Iran conflict. Before we get started, man, I want y'all to make sure y'all get over there to Patreon. We got that file up there, Freemasonry exposed, Wiccan, Luciferianism, and Satanism, bringing nothing but unrefutable receipts that these people that's running not just the country but the world, these Freemason elites, are into Wiccan, into Luciferianism, into Satanism, all type of demonic occult shit. You got to check it out. It's mind blowing, family. The link is right there at the top of the chat. Now let's get started. The German Chancellor, I think his name is Merz. It says that the United States is being humiliated in the Persian Gulf, in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, for this man, now Donald Trump be talking about motherfuckers, so they're gonna find any kind of way to retaliate, But this just show you, when you look at Russia, when you look at Iran, when you look at North Korea, when you look at China, you don't see them over there talking shit about each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if they got differences, which I'm quite sure any alliance, got differences. Okay. All alliances got differences, but you had to sit down and work it out. You don't see Iran and China and fucking North Korea, Iran and Russia and them into it like that. They got a united front. They standing strong. You see and hear, and they really manipulating the fucking and you don't know, in hindsight, you don't know what the fuck with the Israelis. You don't know what the fuck is going on with them. They always talking about this friendship and all, and we don't know what type of power the Israelis got in the United States. Obviously, they got some for them to get the United States or Donald Trump at the only one that this motherfucker Netanyahu was able to manipulate to go over there. Now he's over there, and was he led into a trap? You understand what I'm saying? Was he led into a trap? This is all speculation. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is, you know, but a lot of people want to interpret the situation that way. Now, I know better because I know how to play chess. A lot of people just want to see the United States fail. And they will write that they're failing. Because if you tell a motherfucker and you got power over the press and you can continue to put out news reports failing, and you got enough news news stations and networks that are willing to put out that information. If you get two or three, I know NBC, CNN, MSN, NBC, and a lot more independent fucking news networks, they they against Donald Trump per se. They against Donald Trump, but they are willing to throw the United States military under the bus just to see him fall. You see, they're willing to, and project the United States is losing. The United States is not what it used to be. And this is almost treasonous to a certain, because we're not talking about defending Trump. We're talking about to the point where you lie about the status of the war, because you got the soldiers out there putting in work. They're out there putting in work, okay? And a lot of times they don't get all off into the political shit because their lives is on the line. They don't want to You know, they don't want to hear all that bullshit because they know the real, because they on the motherfucking battlefield. Everybody else is speculating. You see, everybody else is speculating about what the fuck going on. They know what the fuck going on. You know, and it's sometimes when you and imagine if they is watching the news and you got enough news agency to say, well, they losing and you know, and they ain't gonna win, and you know, you trying to break the morale of the fucking military. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that shit over, and you know, you can't do that shit over in China. You can't do that. And I understand those are, but I mean, you sometimes you don't give a fuck whether you creating a false narrative or not. You don't give a fuck because it's some political shit that's involved in that where they trying to you know, they trying to get their politicians in the office, and so they're gonna paint whatever picture they need to paint. He's fucking up, he's losing, whether it's true or not. But see, you breaking the morale of the military, you breaking who on the ground, regardless. They know what the fuck going on. So I mean, so for the German chancellor, he just like the motherfucker over in Spain, you know, disgruntled motherfucker, weak. He's weak. You understand what I'm saying? He's weak. And they need to call the motherfucking military out of Germany. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It's about 30, 40,000 fucking United States soldiers over there. Fuck them. Let Russia have their ass. You know what I'm saying? When Russia run in, let's see what y'all, see if the little weak motherfucker over there in Spain can come over there and defend you. You know what I'm saying? Let it go down. You know, you gonna have to punish them motherfuckers, man. For real. But it's focusing on, but to be coming out, you know, y'all motherfuckers, you know, in the United States has been investing in this fucking war over there in Ukraine. And y'all motherfuckers got enough nerves to disrespect like that all the time. Again, just World War II alone. You understand what I'm saying? World War II alone, the United States saved y'all bitch ass. You understand what I'm saying? Adolf Hitler had run through y'all motherfuckers like a hot knife through butter. Weak, ran up in France, ran up in all that shit. All that shit was under fucking German control. If it wasn't for the motherfucking United States, it would still be under German control. You see what I'm saying? The only reason the United, because they felt like Adolf Hitler was gonna come across the fucking Atlantic. So they knew that they had to step in there and do something about that. You see, they had to step in there and do something about that. But other than that, they weak. They weak. Some motherfuckers, I mean, what the fuck have y'all done for the United States? I ain't never see y'all come to no United States. Hey, when the fuck is any of them Europeans ever, I maybe early on when we was in slavery, shit. Yeah, the French may have came over to help the fucking during the Revolutionary War. I think the French came over to help the Americans beat the British and shit like that, and so on and so. But other than that, they ain't never did nothing for the United States at all. So for the motherfuckers to be sitting up there and running their fucking mouth, man, please. Britain, you need to take the nukes from over there, bring the nukes home, because they asked to bring the nukes home. And that's why the king is, you know, bring the nukes home. Because Vladimir Putin, that's why Vladimir Putin was talking about bombing Britain. You see, so they asked the United States, could they have some, you know, hold some nukes? You see what I'm saying? Can they sit on some nukes? So yeah, so y'all made the call. They need to bring them nukes home. They need to pull them motherfucking soldiers up out of Germany. Yeah, motherfucker, ride it out. Do what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? And really invest into the United States, because really you got your own ingenuity in your own motherfucking citizens. That's why motherfucker, it ain't just military shit. It's the technology. It's you know, black people in general, you know, is the engine of this motherfucker with the shit that we do, the culture and everything else that we provide, and the military and every motherfucking thing else. Shit, you know what I'm saying? It's time to motherfucking come on in and give us what you owe us, motherfucker. Cause you ain't gonna be able to do shit without. That's why your ass is failing now. Cause you ain't gave black people what the fuck you owe us over in this motherfucker. You've been trying to, shortchange us, and then in the process, this motherfucker over here then got weak. It then got weak. You understand? Your day is up. Your day is up. If you understand what I'm saying, the only option the motherfuckers got is to get right with Black America. And they don't get right, they doomed. They doomed. But the German Chancellor, he weak. He might as well, he didn't spoke. Very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? By saying the United States is being humiliated, which is not true. They in a quagmire, but they're not being humiliated. And so for him to come out of his mouth sideways like that, I'm quite sure that he gonna be taught a lesson real quick. He gonna be coming back. He gonna apologize for that. I can guarantee he's gonna apologize for that. But anyway, family, get on over there to Patreon. Let me see what the family out there talking. I'm trying to keep him. He said the problem is America uses Federal Reserve greenbacks. Yeah, but they about to work. They about to manipulate it. They about to go digital in a minute. That's why they trying to go digital. But anyway, family, this is the general. I be black in a second. Get over there to Patreon. Check it out. Freemasonry Exposed, Wiccan, Luciferianism, and Satanism. Click the link at the top of the chat. And I'll be black, family. Black power.